Hi everyone, what is up? I am back again. My name is Quick Scott Petrie, and today, guys, I'd like to show you my PlayStation 4 collection. Basically, I remember the time when Dad and I were in Aberdeen and we went down to this gaming store. They've got so many consoles and games. And this is basically what my dad said to me. If I had to choose a console, what would it be? Would it be would it be a PlayStation, an Xbox, or a Switch? I simply was wanting I was originally wanting a DS version of it, but they did the dad said well basically dad did say to me they don't usually make those anymore, so yeah. So I simply just go with the PlayStation instead, so yeah. Well, actually I still got the DS console, even though I bought it from eBay, which I'll probably show it to you in the next video maybe. So yeah. So anyway, I think for I think for a few moments we were like I was saving enough money to buy for the PlayStation 4. So, and a few weeks later, it just officially arrived. So, yeah. So, here's the game console. Sorry for the coffee stains. So, I think this console I kind of bought this I kind of got this PlayStation 4 console for £240 off of Amazon. So, yeah, even though it's quite good and it's quite good. So yeah. I did remember a while back I was doing this unboxing video, but I didn't have time to do that. So I thought in this video I'd like to show it I thought I'd like to show it to you anyway. So yeah. So the console came with this white PlayStation 4 controller. So you got the triangle, square, X, and circle. You got the up and down, left and right buttons. You also got the joystick, the little PlayStation 4 logo for switching on the console itself. And then you got the right right one button, right two button, left one button, and left two button. And the little light charges up the battery. So yeah. It also came with a console with it as well. So I also got another one, which is the Gran Turismo edition of it. So the pattern's really good. So I kind of got that from a buddy of mine, which is my brother's best friend, by the way. So yeah, I also got quite a few. I got quite a few PlayStation 4 games in my collection so far. Even though I do continue to collect them. So even up to this day, like, so yeah. So the first game I got is Lego Marvel Superheroes. This was the very first game I ever bought. So I think I bought this from my I kind of bought this from my local gaming store over at Gamers and Geeks, where my buddy Paul works, by the way. So yeah, trust me, if there's any game consoles or anything like that, Paul's the man for the job. So a big shout out to him. So yeah. So anyway, this game, right? I quite enjoy playing all the time. But me basically, I quite love playing Lego games. So, well, yeah. Even though I did play this first one, so yeah. Even though some of the levels were kind of a little bit difficult, but I kind of got through them in the end. So yeah. And the next thing I've got is Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. And it's kind of a bit similar with the first one, but with new characters in them. So, yeah. So you got Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's kind of a bit similar like that. So, yeah. I might have to get that another play at some point. So, yeah. So I'll have to get that another play at some point. So, yeah. And the next thing I've got is Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy. Well, basically, it's 3 games basically remastered. You got Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back, and Crash Bandicoot 3, warped. So, and believe me, I loved playing Crash Bandicoot games when I was like younger. So, this game, yeah, it can be a lot frustrating at first, but once you get the hang of the game. So, yeah, I do, and yes, technically, I do watch a lot of gameplay videos on YouTube, so I kind of got that inspiration from them. So, yeah, I'll probably need to play that again some point, so, yeah. And the next thing I've got is Sonic Mania Plus. It's kind of like a retro arcade game, straight from the 80s or 90s, but I could be wrong. So, yeah. I basically quite enjoy this game, like, most of the time at least. So, yeah. And basically, I do have to say, this game is really quite good. So, yeah. Even though the characters are good, the texture, the details, I remember doing those two from a live stream right on my Facebook page, just for a good laugh, or just have a good laugh with my friends, maybe. Really good friends with my laugh. So, yeah. I still quite enjoy them, like. So, yeah. Next thing I got is Cars 3 Driven to Win. It's kind of like a racing game. And believe me, I watched Cars when I was a lot younger. I still quite like the first and the second. The third one, it's kind of a bit okay, I guess. So, anyway, this game features a lot of challenges along the way. So, I managed to unlock some of the characters. Some are still in the process. And I'll be exactly honest with you, right? The challenges can be a lot frustrating. I mean, it can be a lot frustrating sometimes, but once you get the hang of it, then yeah, might as well like some of them, but I might give that another. I'll have to give this another try at some point. So yeah. Next thing I have is Lego the Lego Movie video game. Well, I did watch the Lego Movie back then, but since then I'm kind of been a little bit 50-50 with that. But I actually quite enjoy playing Lego games, but I'll have to give this another try at some point. So, yeah, even though it does feature things in the movie, so like Breakbeard, Emmett, Wild Style, Batman, Benny, Good Cop, Bad Cop, and Lord Business. Even I still remember the movie. So, well, I do remember some of it, but nay that much. So yeah. And the next thing I have is Sonic Forces. Sorry. I remember getting this Sonic Forces from Amazon as well. Same thing with Cars 3 and Sonic Mania Plus. So this game, oh man. This game was absolutely frustrating at first. So yeah, it is quite a good game, to be exactly honest, yeah, right? It is a really good game. So yeah, most of the levels were frustrating, and you can even play as classic Sonic as well. So yeah, I did create my own avatar, so yeah. Yeah, well, I kind of got the hang of it in the end, so yeah, I did remember doing a live stream with that as well. So yeah, I've also seen the movie of it, and I can't wait for the second one, so yeah. So yeah. And the next thing I've got is Marvel's Spider-Man. I did remember playing this game for like, for a few minutes or so. So, yeah, the game texture is really quite good. And yes, I quite love Spider-Man. Even all of my friends like Spider-Man as well. So, yeah. So, yeah. It's actually quite good, actually. So, even though I did see quite a few Spider-Man movies, I guess, so I'll have to give this another play at some point. So, yeah, I'll have to give this game another play at some point. So, yeah. And the next thing I've got is Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel, the Nitrous Oxide Edition. I remember ordering this from Amazon, and I love Crash Team Racing when I was a lot younger back then. So, at least I completed most of the game, at least. So, oh yeah, at least I completed this game anyway. So, managed to unlock some of the characters. So, yeah. It is kind of a little bit frustrating at first, but once you get the hang of the level in your stride, yeah, you might, even though it continues to develop. And a little advice, don't try and fall off to the edge around the shortcuts. Trust me, I learned that the hard way. Well, actually, the next thing I've got was Team Sonic Racing and Nickelodeon Kart Racers. These two, I kind of got that from Smith's Toy Store in Aberdeen. I remember the time where I was walking on my way back from a charity that I did with the Inspired Barbecue. My dad took me to Smith's Toy Store, and we were looking in this PlayStation 4 aisle. I was like, I can easily get these two for like, what? A quid or something? So, yeah. Nickelodeon Cards features some Nickelodeon characters back then when I was like, back then. So yeah, but they're still my favorites today. And Sonic Team Racing, it's actually quite a good game, even though my sister did beat me at it. So, true story. So yeah, my sister Josie did beat me at it, true story. So yeah. And the next thing I have, well, two of them at least. So, the next thing I have is Disney Infinity 3.0 and The Rise of Tomb Raider. Disney Infinity 3.0 features Disney, Marvel, and one of my personal favorites, Star Wars. So yeah, I bought this for like, what? It's got so many Star Wars characters, so I kind of bought it anyway. So yeah, it's kind of like similar to that with the 2.0 version, which I'll probably show you later on. So Disney Infinity 3.0, it's alright. So I might have to give that another play at some point. So yeah, and the Rise of Tomb Raider, I'm still trying to get the hang of this game, so even though I'm still having troubles with the levels, I even bought my sister one a copy like that for the Xbox as well. And this, I kind of bought this from the local gaming store down in Inverary, so yeah. I'll still might need to give that a play at some point, so yeah. And believe me, Rise of Tomb Raider, I think I did remember seeing a film of it, but I honestly can't remember that much. Cause, yeah, I even bought a copy of it for my sister for her Xbox console. So yeah. So yeah. The next thing I have, and one of my ultimate favorites, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And yes, I do absolutely like this game, alright? So, I'm much of a Star Wars fan myself. So, yeah, I did see the movies and the TV shows. But this game, yeah, it's quite alright. The textures and details are really good. The plot story, yeah, it's quite alright. So, yeah, it's quite alright for the minute. So, yeah, I'll have to give this another play at some point. And the funniest thing, right? My dad has an Xbox console downstairs, right? And my little brother Malcolm has already completed the game. I might need to catch up with that. So, I was like, how did you manage to complete the game? And he was like, I just completed it. So, yeah, I think he might be able to teach me at some point. So, yeah, I'll probably ask him anyway. Next thing I have is Trackmania Turbo. So, Trackmania, I kind of got that for my, what, 23rd birthday? So, yeah, this game features a lot of racing, even though some of the levels were quite difficult. I'm still trying to beat the records of it, even though some of the levels can be frustrating here and there. But, so yeah, this game is alright, even though some of the levels can be a lot frustrating. So, I kind of got the hang of it in the end, so, yeah. The next thing I have is Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. I played this game for like, what, multiple times? And I did a gameplay video of this as well. If you guys haven't seen the gameplay video that I did with this game, feel free to check it out on the playlist. Underneath, feel free to check it out on the playlist. You might find Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens gameplay video in the playlist, in the subscription, well, further on in the channel. So, and I actually quite seen a movie of it as well. So, this game is basically based on the movie, which I've already seen like, what, 3 or 4 times or something. But I'll have to give those a watch again at some point, because, yeah, I'm usually quite a big fan of them. And the next thing I have is Hollow Knight. It's kind of like a mystical, magical or something. Basically, I kind of got this for my 23rd birthday, so I might have to give this a play at some point, so I even can't remember of it. I did remember the time that my dad has got a copy of Hollow Knight as well for the Xbox. Well, yeah, even though Robin kind of got the hang of the levels, so yeah, it's actually quite a good game. It is quite a good game, actually, so yeah. The next thing I have is Ghostbusters the video game remastered. If I do remember way back, right? I mean, I did watch Ghostbusters, but I kind of still continue to watch them today, like, so yeah. This game, it is originally released with the PlayStation 2, and the Xbox console, the PlayStation 3. So yeah, this game is absolutely incredible. So, even though a remaster version of it, yeah, it's quite alright. I might need to give this another play at some point, between the original voice characters. So, yeah, it's actually quite a good game. Next thing I have, oh boy, I know I was a menace with it. I actually got Deadpool the video game. Yes, even though I did see the movie Deadpool, but hey. So, I did complete this game for like, what, multiple times? Even though I did fail miserably, but yeah. So, it's quite alright. So, and one of the difficult things in this game, right, is where I had to defeat those ginormous giants. So, it was so difficult anyway. I mean, they were so difficult anyway. So yeah. Next thing I have is Disney Infinity 2.0. It kind of stands for Marvel as well, and a little bit of Disney as well. It's kind of like Marvel and the Disney at the same time as well, so I still need to continue this at some point, so yeah, I still need to continue that at some point. So the other thing I have is Lego Worlds and the Lego Movie 2, the video game. So Lego Worlds, yeah, it's okay. So I'm still working on a few texture and details here and there. with the Lego Game Movie 2. So the game, it's quite alright, I guess, but also I might need to try these two out at some point. So yeah, might need to try these two out at some point. So the other thing I have is FIFA 19 and Lego Supervillains. So this game, it's kind of like a football game, so I still might need to play that at some point. And Lego Supervillains, right? It's basically like a DC Supervillains game or something. So I'll have to give these two another. I'll have to give these two another try at some point. So yeah. And then a few things I've got is Need for Speed Payback and Garfield Kart Furious Racing. Now, Need for Speed, right? It is quite a good game. I think it was originally released on the PlayStation 2 or some for the DS console, but I'll have to give this another play at some point, so I need to continue with story modes. And with Garfield, right? This game is quite okay. So, even though some of the few levels can be frustrating with, so yeah. I'll have to give this another play at some point. So yeah. And what else do I have? Okay, and the next thing I have, well, a few things I have, is Lego Harry Potter collection and Lego Jurassic World. So, with Lego Harry Potter, I mean, my sister, right, really loves Harry Potter, and she wants me to play this. I'll probably make a gameplay video of it. So, I'll probably just do that anyway, so, yeah, I'll probably have to do that at some point. With Lego Jurassic World, well, even though I haven't seen the movie, well, actually, I've seen quite a few of them, but once they're interested, but kind of got this game for, so I'll have to give this a play at some time, probably make a gameplay video of it as well. Okay, what else do I have? So, I've got Star Wars Battlefront and Star Wars Battlefront 2. Two Star Wars games, but absolutely brilliant. I'll have to give these a 10 out of 10 in my book, so... And I love playing Star Wars, like, all the time, so... Yeah. And a few things I have is... Spyro Originated Trilogy and Ghostbusters. So in this game, it features 3 games remastered. Where you got Spyro the Dragon, Spyro Ripto's Rage, and Spyro the Year of the Dragon. So basically, again, 3 games been remastered, and they're actually quite really good. So I'll have to give those another play at some point. And this is Ghostbusters. Even though I got the first game of it, but this game features like what? We got so many levels to deal with, so it's not basically like Ghostbusters remastered, but I'll have to give this game another try at some point, so yeah. And the next few I have is Lego Avengers and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Basically, these games are obviously quite good. I'm still working on this game for the moment, even though I'm still working on a few gameplay videos of it, so I'll give those another try. Plus with Tomb Raider, yeah, I'll have to give that a play sometime as well. Yeah. So, I also got Call of Duty, Black Ops. It's basically like a war game. My brother plays that most of the time, at least, so I'll give this another try. I also got Ice Age Strat's Nutty Adventure. I'm still working on this game, by the way, so I'm trying to complete it. So, yeah. And Lego Dimensions. I'm still working on the game for the moment. I'm still trying to collect a few Lego figures in there, so, yeah. It's quite alright, I guess. and on to the other collection. So I've got Crash Bandicoot 4 is About Time and Star Wars Squadrons. These two games are absolutely alright. I mean, I still quite enjoy them today, like, so yeah, I still quite enjoy them today. Basically, I quite love Crash Bandicoot 4 because it kind of reminds me like going back in time, if you know what I mean. So, the Star Wars Squadrons, where you can fight an X-Wing or a TIE Fighter. It's actually really quite good, so yeah. And also, I've got Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2, the Grand Prix, and Sega Mega Drive Classics. Basically, this game features several arcade games into one, I guess. And this game, it kind of features all kinds of Grand Prix. The one thing I don't get about the second game, right? Some of the challenges were kind of a bit frustrating. I mean, the challenges, yeah, it's rather difficult, but I'll have to look at that at some point. So yeah. So, next thing I have is Dragons, Dawn of New Riders, and Monster Jam Steel Titans. Now, I remember the time watching How to Train Your Dragon, right? Man, was that a really good film. The second one, yeah, kind of pulls your... Yeah, kind of does pull your strings, but yeah. So I'll probably have to make a gameplay video of this, so yeah. I'll have to do that at some point. Now with Monster Jam, man, did I love that when I was a lot younger back then. I remember the time, I remember... Sorry for that. I remember one time that my family and I were watching Monster Jam back then, so we used to have a favorite monster truck, so yeah, good times. And next thing I have is The Avengers and SpongeBob: The Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Now The Avengers, right? It is a really good game. The plot story is alright. The plot story was okay. I'm still working on the progress with this. I'll probably have to give this a play at some point. So, yeah. So I'll have to give this another go at some point. So, yeah, I still need to continuing the story. Now, the Battle for Bikini Bottom, right? It's basically a remastered version from the PlayStation 2. I'm still quite enjoying this game, even though some of the levels were kind of a bit frustrating. But, yeah, it's a really good game. Let's let you know anyone. Now, the other thing I have is Red Dead Redemption 2 and Wreckfest. I did remember my brother playing this. It is sort of like a good game. It's kind of like a good game, straight from the old Western times. So I'll have to give this a play at some point. So yeah, I'll have to give that a play at some point. Now Wreckfest, right? I remember one time my dad was asking me if I could try this out. Yes, with the racing lawnmowers, even though I did end up crashing them a few times. Which is kind of a bit hilarious. So, yeah. It is going to be hilarious. So, true story. And I also have the Borderlands The Handsome Collection and Call of Duty World War II. These games, I'm still haven't played those yet, but I'll have to give those a try at some point. So, I'll have to give those a good try at some point. So, yeah. I also have Transformers Devastation and the Gran Turismo, the Real Driving Simulator Sport. All experience Gran Turismo. So, These two games, I'm still haven't played those yet, but I'll have to give those a try at some point. So yeah, I'll have to give those a try at some point. Well, yeah. And last but not least, I'll do these three right here. Right, I've got the Call of Duty Infinity Warfare, Advanced Warfare, and Rayman Legends. So, these three games, I'm still need to play them at some point. So, I still need to play those at some point. So, I could just give those a good try anyway. So, yeah. It is a really good game. It is really good. So, yeah. They're actually really quite good anyway, so probably have to sort these out. Probably have to sort these out whenever I got the time, so yeah, I'm gonna get this quick sort out real quick. So yeah. Let's go. Just put these in the side and sort them out later. So anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. If you got any questions or got any random requests, feel free to leave a comment section below. So, and I hope I do apologize for making this video quite bored for any of you. So, anyway, don't forget to tune in for my next video, and I'll see you guys next time. So, bye for now.